Progress with Premiere has really been accelerating in the past year, but it's something we really set in place actually 4 years ago when we did the movement across to the Mercury playback engine. Since that time, we've really been focusing on making sure that in a file-based workflow, Premiere is the fastest editor possible. So in the past year, we've already done 4 updates to the Premiere product, and the reveal here at NAB is our 5th update. A lot of what we focused on in this update is actually keeping the editor in the editing context. We've always had great connectivity to products like After Effects, but if you wanted in the past to do something as simple as maybe blur out somebody's face, you had to go into After Effects. We've brought those technologies right into the editing context. That's important for us. So with Creative Cloud, we're actually able to focus much more on the workflow rather than trying to make each product, be absolutely stellar at its own individual task. Well, the growth with Premiere has been really across the board. So there's some of the ones that are really high profile, such as our Hollywood success. So it started a couple years ago as people started to finish national spots on Premiere. We were delighted here at NAB to talk about a project we've been working on this year with David Fincher. So his latest feature film, Gone Girl, is 100% edited in Premiere. And for me, that's very rewarding. We started working with David, and the editorial house he uses, Rock, Paper, Scissors, which has the 2-time Academy Award winners, Kirk Baxter and Angus Wall there, about 3.5 years ago, and they gave us a very big shopping list. So I'm delighted that we completed the shopping list and they're using it in Hollywood. So Hollywood's been great success. But really the volume growth has been in broadcast. So if we look at broadcasting today, it's really about getting your signal out across the internet as well as your traditional broadcast. And that caused a shift to file-based workflows. So in the last 12 months alone, we've added over 80 different broadcast groups to the family. So these are full broadcast organizations that are standardizing their workflows on Premiere. And the primary reason is it really is the best editorial tool for file-based workflows and multi-screen delivery. So, Hollywood success, great recognition. Broadcast actually brings great numbers, but we're actually seeing video use across the board. One of the interesting trends we're seeing in the world today is video is becoming an equal medium type. So if you start to think about companies that are using video, not so much for advertising or programming, but to accentuate their brand. A great example of this is one of our great customers, Red Bull. So Red Bull makes, wonderful drinks, but their brand is really built on extreme video. So this year, it was last year, the Felix Baumgartner, Free Fall to Earth, just adds so much to their brand cachet. So they really rely on video, and we're seeing a lot of other companies follow the lead of innovators like Red Bull. We really focus on trying to make all the everyday tasks faster, and then we have some big features. One of the features is text templates from After Effects. So this is a big thing in terms of making your brand stand out. After Effects is across the board the tool that people use to design their on-air graphics packages. One of the things you want to do, whether it's changing a name in a complex graphic or changing tonight, tomorrow for a promo package, you always have to go into After Effects to do that in the past. Now we allow people to create After Effects comps with live text. So inside of the editing experience, you can change the text in that. So it's really fantastic. We've had a lot of customer requests for that. That's a big feature. So we put that feature in there. Another one is also reflective of the reality of working with multiple media types. So quite often we'll get a 2-camera shoot where somebody's shot with a GoPro and maybe a Canon camera. Very different color spaces, very different uses, and you might get different coverage, but you're going to be intercutting between these 2 cameras. So one of the things we didn't want to have people do is, after they've made their editorial decisions, go back and correct each of the shots. Now we have something called master clip effects. So once you've made your editorial sequence work, you just take that master clip that all those shots came from, and you can apply whatever you want, be it color correction, or in a lot of cases, if you were using, like, say, a GoPro with another camera on a tripod, you might want to apply the warp stabilizer to all those shots. By applying it to the master clip, that ripples all the way through the timeline. So that's a fantastic time saver as well. So tons of stuff, new audio features, Dolby Pro Plus, just the feature list is incredibly long. We're delighted to be a part of the Creative Cloud, and actually, before I mentioned in the business model, we're actually adding services as well. So Typekit for fonts, as well as Cooler, are both Creative Cloud services now that are available to After Effects and Premiere Pro users. The business model is really straightforward. You know, if you're an individual, we have Creative Cloud subscription for individuals, Creative Cloud for teams, and Creative Cloud, you know, for enterprise type deployments. So depending on the type of organization you have a different subscription. Big difference between individual and teams is with teams, you can move that license around. So I can assign it to a freelancer who might be working here one week, then reassign it to somebody else another week. So that provides the the video professional with a lot of flexibility in the way that they can use their licenses.